night and I was outside and running around and didn't have time to change. And so I decided I would just come on and share the Sunday night Propel expansion with you. So I hope you had a great weekend. I've had a wonderful weekend of exploration and expansion. And it's another reason why I truly wanted to come on this evening with you. Expansion is the means to evolve. It's never you're never static. You're never staying the same. That is fact. But it's how you expand and the um, I don't want to say the amount of expansion, but the rate and what you do. And it doesn't mean business. I'm not talking about that. It's mindset, it's the quality of your life, your relationships. It's expansion in every facet of your life. And that really is, it goes back to what your intentions are, how you see things, believe it, and take action. That's the essence are the 5 C's of the Propel program, which are clarity, courage, confidence, commitment, and compassion. And compassion is the final C, and that is for you to give yourself that break, because you are your hardest and most severe critic. And so God is certainly has given you grace to grow and evolve from decisions you may have made that have held you back. So why wouldn't you? So that's why I have made that 5C, the importance of it. I could have done others, but it is about you, because again, don't look back. You're not going that way. And if you continue to drag the past with you, you will never evolve further. You will always stay in the past. You will stay in the what if type of syndrome. And it is so important, regardless. Again, I'm not talking about business specifically, I'm talking about just the quality of your life. And so God has given, that free gift of grace. Why should you not accept it? So tonight's topic is my grace is sufficient, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Now, what's interesting about that, and this is Second Corinthians 12:9. And what's interesting about that is, to me, is that we as humans want to project ourselves and perceive ourselves as bulletproof, that we are all powerful, we are the creator of our universe, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. And it is about being surrendering to God, to know that He is the author and creator of all, and that is guiding us. And when we do that, our lives will become so much more rich and joyful. The joy of the Lord is our strength. But as I said, what's really compelling to me about this verse, 2 Corinthians 12:9, is my grace is sufficient, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. From um, for my because that becomes our strength. So it's that flip of it, it's that transference of it, that as we lean on Him and trust Him, then our strength becomes that weakness. um you know I have so many realities, and I mean not just stories, which are fact, but meaning the experiences that I have had that are so tied to this, and have shown me personally the essence of this. So when I was preparing for tonight's segment and I was thinking about different pieces, and I really try to create a thread from each day. And last night we were talking about joy. And as I said, the joy of the Lord is our strength. And I was talking about various things, but basically, from that Second Corinthians again 9:8, God is able to do all things, for and you will and you will abound in everything and in every good work. And so, Proverbs 27:7, when you're full, you're discerning. When you're um, hungry, you're always searching. And so it's really, um, and that really applies to this as well, because when you are not confident, let's use that word, a C, uh, of, one of the five C's. When you're not confident in what you're doing, when you're not, then you will waffle and vacillate. And so then that's that fullness. But so it starts with clarity. You gain that clarity of what you want to do, what you know as you know as you know, that this is your passion. This is what God has put you on this planet for. Now, make no mistake, it's going to evolve and look differently as time goes on. But if the genre is of what you know as you know, then you step forth, you take that first step, and that's building that courage muscle, that courage that I can do this, I can do this, it is possible, I know I can do this. And in that doing, you will build that confidence. So if you're not confident in what you're doing, meaning if you're not clear on what you're doing and you haven't built that courage muscle and you're not confident, then you're empty, and you're going to try to fill that vacuum with something, whatever that is. I mean, it's not for me to say, but I used to drink alcohol too much, and it was really not so much that I was empty, but I was so depleted because I built a business. That was a service business, and it was 12, I mean, a 12-hour day, a 6-day, a 7-day a week, and it was too much. And it was for years, 18 years. And so I would end the day with a glass of Prosecco. And that one glass went to two, maybe three. So it was filling those endorphins, because that's what you're looking for. Your body's looking for that endorphin rush. And so it was a bad habit. And so I knew as I knew that I had to change that. Now, in 21, I sold that business, and we were doing regenerative stem cell therapies there. It was a luxury day medical wellness spa, and we were doing regenerative stem cell. And so when I sold the business, I didn't sell that aspect of what we did there. And so I just continued on doing it in our new location. And so I share that only because I shrunk the model to change the model. I didn't stop, but how I was doing it, how I was doing the business, from having, 10 employees, um, and a very robust service dynamic, and keeping that level of excellence up. It was just massive work. And so as I said, I sold that business, and I shared a minute ago that I shrunk the model to change the model. So meaning I've rented rooms in this clinic to other nurse practitioners and estheticians, and then did my own work. And I am an esthetician myself, so I do my VIP facial clients. Did one today, the Novitas Clinical Products. I also represent LifeWave, stem cell activation, non-transdermal photobiomodulation company, extraordinary science, extraordinary company. And so, with that said, I've continued on, but it looks very different than that other business. So in 23, 2 years later, when that whole stress of all of that was lifted, I was able to really think through it and think, have I been so beholden to this? And it gave me the opportunity to really release that and put it on the altar of God. And so since January of 23, I've not had a glass of anything, certainly not Prosecco. I now I enjoy relaxing, and I enjoy social interaction as well. And so I might have just Pellegrino in a wine glass or faux champagne. They have some fabulous ones now. Just different things. But I share that story with you because that was my weakness. That was my weakness, among many, but that I just shared that story with you. So 2 Corinthians 12 now, my grace is sufficient, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. And so it has shown me clearly that by trusting him and really knowing that instead of saying, "Oh God, I can't," blah, blah, blah." How many times do you do that? I mean, I trust me, I do have done that over the years. I can't take another step. I can't do this. If we trust him and give it to him, he will work through the situation. He will work through and show us what our next step is, so to speak. Now, I've shared with you, I've been in this new clinic, and it's 4.5 years, I guess. And because the first year I used a friend's clinic until I found this location just a couple blocks over, and it needed a lot of cleaning up, a lot of work. So I did that, and we opened spring of 22. And so, but I sold the business a latter part of 20, and really final was early 21. So that's actually when I wrote the Propel business program, because I knew it was incumbent upon me to share all, tools that I had gleaned over these many, many years of building businesses, not just Novitas Bond Medical Rejuvenation Clinic. So that's what the Propel program is about. Those 5 C's it's called the Propel Activation Program to start, scale, and sustain the business and life of your dreams. So, because again, if you don't have a life, guys, yeah, that business is a job. So basically, I just wanted to share that with you that, uh, grace is free. It is, there's a Greek, grace in Greek, is, let's see here. Um, in grace, the word grace in Greek, it means favor. You have the favor of God. And that's a pretty awesome place to be, to have the favor of God. But you have to trust him, lean on him, know that he is in guiding us. When I took this space and launched this new location in 22, as I said, I was kind of in a transition because I had built that business over 18 years. And so, Lord, what do you want me to do? And I just kept hearing, just do, just be present and do what you're doing, and I will continue to show you. And so, again, in the spring of 21, I was introduced to LifeWave, the stem cell activation photobiomodulation, because our health is really about the cellular health. And so at 30, our 50% of our stem cells, are which are our master cells of our body, they become dormant. At 60, they're 90% dormant. So we absolutely need those activated. They're not dead, but they're dormant. And so this photobiomodulation, photo means phototherapy, that's light therapy in our body. Bio means our body, and modulation is its energy, its activity. And so this nanocrystal technology that is in the center of this patented technology by the founder of LifeWave, who's a genius, scientist, engineer. And with that, um, basically my job is to, so to speak, educate, which I've been doing forever with my Novitas Spa clinical products. With now this, it fits hand in glove with the perinatal. So I share that because um, I know, as I know now clearly, that my um, next, let's say 3 to 5 years is building this. So I've realized many years ago that my passion is creative, but my purpose is you, which is to help you identify your dreams, goals, and desires and help you attain what that is. And that's where that comes in. So you can go to my link tree, which is propel.megandimartino.com/info. And my book is there, Hope and Possibilities. My TED Talk is there about innovation. My websites are there, novitasspa.com. It has information about the perinatal, but it also has information and a shopping cart about the Novitas Spa clinical products. It has information about LifeWave. The Propel program is there, but also join me in my Propel community. And it's no charge. And just go there, click on it, go to propel.megandimartino.com/info and you can just click on that and you receive a message of inspiration, encouragement every day. Um, Also, bi-monthly newsletters are emailed to you. We do summits and webinars and trainings. There's archives of my podcast, Unique Leaders Live and Propel Deep Dive, where I interview influencers that'll help you glean information. These folks are very fascinating, fabulous people in arts, entertainment, authors, speakers, just thought, influencers. So you will really gain a lot from it. So join me in the Propel community. Um, there's other things, but that, is what I want you to focus on. The book and the audio book are there. You can go to Amazon and pay for it, but it's no charge there. So let me just look here before I close and say hello to Ulysses. And it's your birthday, Amanda. Happy birthday. And new Nugent, I think. And so thank you for joining me here, but do subscribe here on YouTube because I do a lot of other things here as well. And all of those lives, I do them um, all the time. So there's a lot of archives here as well. So subscribe to this, but also ring that bell and you'll be notified when I go live again. So just know that His grace is sufficient and that He is here for us. Take that step, know Him. Father God, thank you for bringing these people to us tonight. And I hope it gave you some insight and just come back tomorrow and I will share more. Be blessed.